Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then my name is Rosie and I am a recent graduate from the University of Oxford. Today's video is hopefully quite a short and snappy one, but I just thought I'd try and share some of my little tips for coming back from a bad mock grade, and believe me, I have had bad mock grades. I have come up with a little cringy acronym to try and remember these tips by, and that acronym is free bag. Now, I'm thinking of it in the sense that these are free tips in order to bag you grades, or it is easy ways to get the bag. In this case, the bag is good grades. So yeah, that's what I've come up with, free bag. I'm not gonna lie and say that I've been using like this acronym throughout my degree, because I didn't. I just made that up.
I spent a very long time making that up.
But I have been using all of the individual points that I'm about to explain to you. I actually used these points to get from a fail. Yeah, well, I mean, I got 30%, it's just a pass. It was not a good exam, I was not prepared for it. I'd revised for one paper and basically not the other one. It was the time when I had my dissertation as well.
I'm just making excuses, but yeah, I failed.
And then in my next mock, I got first, so I think it worked. I went from 30 to 75 using this technique, and I then got 65 in my real exam, but you know, that's actual exam conditions, it's much scarier, and still 65 for me to get from a 30 is absolutely incredible. So yeah, would recommend using these. We have feedback, revising and remembering. I can't remember this. Feedback, revising and remembering, easy wins, errors, benchmarking, doing it again, and then finally finding gaps and patterns in your work. So I'm going to explain those tips now, but that is the general summation if this is all you want to watch, because that's it, then fair enough. These aren't in any particular order, I've just rearranged these in order to find the best acronym possible. So, feedback, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. You need to read through all of the comments that you get. I know it's very tempting to just breeze through an exam paper once you get it back and not really take in what the tutors are saying, but you need to, because there is absolutely no way you're going to learn from your mistakes if you don't really understand what your mistakes are. If you don't understand what's written, then ask about it, find out what is really wrong. I don't think your teachers would have a problem with you wanting to find out what you really did wrong, because it is only going to reflect well on them as well as you. So, you know, just ask questions. When reading through the feedback, I would take notes of it, so make a note of all the things that maybe there was some repeat things that you did wrong, and then the main comments, write them down, and you know, then it'll be easy to come back to it and check that you have understood and read everything that you needed to, that the teachers have written on your work. I'm actually going to come back to the R because it fits in better paired with another letter and move straight onto the E's, and they are your basic errors and your easy wins. So basic errors, again, pretty self-explanatory. Find the mark scheme if you can, or you know, see if you've just got a theory completely wrong, and you could quite easily then think, well, that's wrong, that's where I've lost a load of marks. Or if it's a science paper or a maths paper, then you can say, okay, that's a silly mistake in the calculation, that's where I've gone wrong. Those are your easy wins. Easy wins are things that you can really, really quickly sort out. Say you've spelt the same word wrong in an English exam over and over again to the point where you've lost marks for it several times. Your easy win is to learn that spelling. Your easy win in maths would be, say, to learn the theory of the
Can you tell I don't do maths?
To memorise the pi r squared to find the radius? The radius of a circle. Oh my god. That would be your quick win. You learn it, you remember it, you practice it. That's your quick win, your easy win. Now the B stands for benchmarking, and benchmarking essentially means comparing. So you want to compare this grade to things that maybe you've done already. Maybe you've had a mock and this is actually considerably better than a previous mock, or maybe it's much worse, and you can try and identify why that difference may be, whether you're much stronger on a certain topic, whether you're actually much weaker and therefore you need to put more effort into this subject. So benchmarking, you know, is essentially comparing all of your other things that you've already done and seeing where it fits and maybe working out why it might be different to things you've previously done. The A in bag stands for again, and this is basically just redoing the paper, which comes in very nicely with our R, which is revise and remember. So before you sit the paper again, you have to revise and remember, thinking about all of the things we've already talked about. So your easy wins, your basic errors, your benchmark, revise and remember things that, you know, you didn't go so well, revise topics that maybe you thought were gonna go well and didn't. Make sure you look over them again and revise properly. If you need help with revision techniques, give me a thumbs up so I know I need to make another video on that. I have just found all of my sociology revision from my A2 exams, so I can share those with you and actually show you what I did. I also have another two videos on revision techniques and what I use, and I will link those in the pinned comment, so go and check those out. Those are for both A-level and university. Is pretty much use the same technique for both. It also works for GCSE, and I did use it in geography, so yeah, hopefully that'll help you out for oh my word. So the G, again, does come in really before you sit the paper again, but it fit best at the end, is gaps and patterns. And basically that is just seeing if there is a consistency to things that you're not so sure about, or things that you're really sure about, and then highlighting where there's gaps in your knowledge and where there's quite obvious gaps. So I don't know, for me, if I was revising my archaeology, my obvious gaps and my still obvious gaps are probably the physics side of archaeology. I'm not strong on that. I know that. I've identified that gap and I'm going to work on it. So yeah, just to sum up, that is free bag. Use this free tip to get your bag, aka your grades. This is so lame, but you can do this. Free bag. Woo! So thank you for watching this video. I hope it helped. Maybe I could film a 1 hour real-time study with me so that you can put these tips to use. So again, give me a thumbs up if you want one of those and we can work together.